Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. A week-long transport strike in Metro Manila has been set. This is to protest the deadline to consolidate for the government's PUV modernization program. Let's get the details from Elaine Fulgencio, who's joining us live from Quezon City. Hi, Elaine. When is this transport strike? Is it going to last more than a day? We'll just move on to another story. I think we lost the connection to Elaine. Moving on now to airport workers involved in the alleged theft at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport having been relieved from their posts. The Office of the Transportation Security Administrator Undersecretary Mau Aplasca said that they've initially identified at least 5 personnel involved in the incident and that they could face administrative cases. Aplasca added that they are trying to reach out to the Thai tourist and her companions who were supposedly robbed more than 1 week ago. A video of the alleged theft has been making the rounds on social media. The victim claimed to almost have lost 40,000 yen or about 16,000 pesos.
We will convince them to talagang file the criminal case kasi hindi lang dapat ito matanggal sa serbisyo. Mas maganda kung makulong itong mga ito para talagang hindi na pamarisan ng, di ba? We will not tolerate this illegal acts in our ranks. We will exert all of our efforts para i-correct itong mga lapses na ito.
Time to pause for a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Let's circle back to our top story of a week-long transport strike that is imminent in Metro Manila. This is still in protest of the deadline to consolidate for the government's PUV modernization program. Let's get the details from Elaine Fulgencio, who joins us now over the phone from Quezon City. Hi, Elaine. When is this transport strike and how long will it last?
Sean, several transport groups will participate in a week-long nationwide transport strike starting next week. The transport strike is a move against an LTFRB memorandum setting the deadline for drivers and operators of jeepneys and UV Express to consolidate until June 30 and under the PUV modernization program. If this pushes through, they are warning of the paralysis in the transport sector. Earlier this week, the Land Transportation, Franchising and Regulatory Board announced that traditional jeepneys and UV Express will no longer be allowed to ply the streets after June 30th unless they join a cooperative or corporation. Transport groups had lamented the drivers' cooperatives need to pay a monthly amortization of 475,000 pesos for the operation of 10 to 15 modernized jeepneys, which cost up to 2.7 million pesos each. Sean, jeepney drivers in Manila will begin their strike on March 6 until March 12, and around 40,000 jeepneys and UV Express units from NCR and other regions are expected to join the move. Sean?
Right. Which specific areas in the NCR, as well as you said, the nearby areas will also be affected, are covered by the transport strike?
Sean, the transport group says all routes in Metro Manila will be affected by the strike. That is why they're asking for patience and understanding from the commuters.
All right. And from the LTFRB side, do they have a contingency plan in place?
As of the moment, LTFRB has yet to issue a statement regarding the transport strike. Sean?
All right, we'll watch out for more details on this developing story. Thank you so much for those updates. Elaine Fulgencio reporting to us over the phone from Quezon City. And in other news, rescuers are yet to bring down from Mount Mayon the remains of 4 passengers of the ill-fated Cessna 340. On Saturday, authorities recovered the bodies, but bad weather got in the way of full retrieval. The remains could not be airlifted nor brought down by foot because the Mayon volcano's slopes were steep and slippery. A new set of responders have taken over the retrieval operations, and they will attempt to airlift the cadavers again today.
Ginawa namin, hindi pinasok yung cadaver doon sa cadaver bag. Pero before that, kasi nag-decompose na yung body ng mga kawawang titignan. Talaga naman, binabalot ng duct tape, tapos papasok mo doon sa cadaver bag, lalagay mo doon sa sked. Plastic siya. So, rarap mo siya with the straps around para hindi siya mahulog. So, yun yung ginagamit para slide mo sa lubid na mas mabilis.
And President Bongbong Marcos has offered a hand of reconciliation on the 37th anniversary of the EDSA Revolution. Different groups also gathered over the weekend to commemorate the historic event. Justine Punsalang with the details.
A short program at the People Power Monument in Quezon City marked the 37th anniversary of EDSA Revolution. It was led by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines together with the QCLGU and Armed Forces. Several groups like Spirit of EDSA Foundation, August 21 Movement, and Gina Rosas Foundation also took part. Sister Mary John Manansan, one of the nuns who stood by the People's Revolt in 1986, was present in the activity. Wreaths were laid at the foot of the monument, followed by the traditional 21-gun salute. Iconic songs Isang Lahi, Magkaisa, and Handog ng Pilipino sa Mundo were sung while doves were released. Historian Xiao Chu said the People Power Revolution is a reminder of the power that the Filipino people hold.
Yung pagsasama-sama natin bilang mamamayan, pwede natin gamitin sa ibang paraan, sa pagboto sa eleksyon, sa pagpapalaganap ng tamang pamumuno, 'di ba? Sa volunteerismo na ginagawa natin sa araw-araw at sa patuloy na pakikibaka para mas maituwid ang ating lipunan tungo sa kaginhawaan.
Prior to the activity, the Bukluran ng Manggagawang Pilipino led by Calyori de Guzman held a short protest. While the EDSA revolution managed to oust a dictator, de Guzman said he believes that it has failed the Filipino people.
Walang napakinabang ang masang Pilipino. Nagpatuloy lamang ang pandarahas, pang-aapi at pagpapahirap sa ating bayan.
President Bongbong Marcos joined the nation in remembering the uprising that toppled his father's regime. In a statement, Marcos Jr. looked back on what he calls a time in the Philippine history that divided the Filipinos. The president added that he is offering a hand of reconciliation to those with different political dispositions. For News 5, Justine Punsalang, we are One News.
Lawmakers also shared their insights on the commemoration of the 1986 EDSA People Power Revolution 37 years later. Albay Congressman Edsel Lagman welcomed President Bongbong Marcos' offer of reconciliation. But Congressman Lagman said that first, there must be a, quote, admission of atrocities and human rights violations during the time of martial law. For her part, Presidential sister and Senator Amy Marcos said that Filipinos should learn the lessons of the EDSA uprising and see if it really fulfilled its promise of better lives for Filipinos. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla's son Ping is now the representative of Cavite's 7th District. Remulla garnered some 98,000 votes out of nearly 500,000 that were cast during a special election on Saturday. The younger Remulla's father vacated the congressional post after he was appointed as Justice Secretary last year. A Pulse Asia survey shows that 8 out of 10 Filipino consumers prefer brands with environment-friendly products and operation. Only 5% of the poll participants chose traditional products, while the rest of the respondents either don't care or are unaware of how the products and services they use are made. More than 20 floats adorned with flowers paraded the streets of Baguio City over the weekend as part of the Panagbanga Festival. The most applauded floats took inspiration from anime, Greek mythology, African safari, and Enchanted Garden. Over 1.5 million revelers are expected to celebrate the return of the Panagbanga after 3 years of COVID-19 restrictions. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.